And it was one of those when you're on the bowl and you feel like you got to grab the bottom of the bowl, you know, like you're in pain.
Those are the best.
And you're like gripping the bowl and then you're just like holding on for like dear life. It was one of those. So that sucked.
You usually never eat. So what inspired you to eat so randomly?
Well, the CC's was at 11. The Cracker Barrel was at 9. So there was a large gap of not eating in between there. But yeah, I don't know.
And whose idea was Cracker Barrel?
Nick. Welcome back to another episode live from the dojo. Remember, you can get this podcast wherever you get podcasts. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We got a great show for you guys today. We got the Common W coming up. We got the Cake Report, and we got a sneak new presented by Prize Picks for the Monday NBA play-in games, or playoff games, I should say. But I ate like a child yesterday, and my stomach is still not right.
What'd you eat?
So I started the day, you know, after, I guess, a Saturday of drinking. The only reasonable thing is to spend $9 at CC's, which I've never been to, by the way. And it was just
Pizza?
Gross. Like CC's Pizza?
Yeah.
Like with the buffet?
Yeah.
And it was top 3 most disgusting things I've ever ate. But I had like 8 slices of pizza, like a bowl of salad, and like this disgusting pasta that like I could have made the pasta. And then we followed it up with, after golf, eating another restaurant I never had before called Cracker Barrel. Have you ever had that?
No.
You never had Cracker Barrel?
No.
I haven't had it either.
You're missing out.
It sat like a brick, and when I tell you, at 3 a.m., I was awoken by the most bodily alarm I've ever been woken up by, and just painted my bowl. Like, just.
What did you order at Cracker Barrel?
I got the country fried steak with the side of mashed potatoes and broccoli, because I was like, oh, I'll be healthy. But I mean, they covered the mashed potatoes in this gravy that was like, I mean, it doesn't get thicker. And I just literally like sat like a brick. And it was one of those when you're on the bowl and you feel like you got to grab the bottom of the bowl, you know, like you're in pain.
Those are the best.
And you're like gripping the bowl and then you're just like holding on for like dear life. It was one of those. So that sucked.
You usually never eat. So what inspired you to eat so randomly?
Well, the CC's was at 11. The Cracker Barrel was at 9. So there was a large gap of not eating in between there. But yeah, I don't know.
And whose idea was Cracker Barrel?
Nick. Post golf, I was like, do you guys want to eat? And he was like, yeah, we could eat. And I was like going through the restaurants and I was like, oh, there's like a Cracker Barrel. And he's like, yeah, let's do that. And I was like, all right, man. I never had it before. It was pretty cool though.
I love Cracker Barrel. It's you play the little triangle game there that we lost, and it's a good time. It's definitely not the best food. It's definitely better for breakfast, I will say that, than it is for like lunch or dinner.
I'm still scarred from breakfast food, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Like, why? I still don't want a waffle.
Because of Waffle House.
Oh, because of Waffle House.
Like, I can still taste that fucking syrup sometimes. It's so gross. Did you just forget how to use sunscreen? I feel like we need to address that on the camera.
So much fun.
Dude, your ankles are fried.
I know, dude. So my brother's wedding is coming up, and I really wanted to get a good tan going, and just sat way too long in the sun, bro. Last night, trying to sleep was one of the more painful experiences I've had.
That'll do it.
I mean, so I'm burnt everywhere. Plus, I went to the gym the other day and destroyed my abs, and so trying to sleep in bed last night and trying to maneuver around, just dude, it was awful. But I somehow fell asleep, had a great night's sleep, and it was impossible to wake up this morning. But I'm here.
Dude, the worst part about the full body sunburn too is you start feeling the fibers on things.
Yeah.
Like you'll be like, why are my sheets so sharp?
Yeah, true.
Like who the fuck made these sheets? Because you feel every fiber on like your skin because it's so raw. And then the worst is you got to take that shower.
I just got out of the shower and that was brutal.
And it feels like bullets are just hitting you, and you're just like, trying to like wash too, like not like scrubbing too hard. It's like literally top 5 worst feelings of all time.
Hopefully it goes away the next 48 hours, but it hurts so bad.
I mean, dude, your face is gonna have an excellent tan, but holy shit, you got fried, dude.
Yeah,
like you got fried. But a crazy weekend of sports. We got a crazy weekend of basketball. Didn't get to see you much this weekend, but talk to me about how you feel about the Thunder.
I mean, they got absolutely bitched by the T-Wolves. Rudy Gobert assaulting SGA was fucked up. I wasn't really going into that game with too much confidence. I figured, if we just string together some solid runs and pull off some magic, maybe we can win that game. But yeah, they were just too big for us. Way too big.
But I feel like a good showing, though.
Great showing. Really proud of the team. But yeah, no, we need a big man. That's for damn sure.
And what was the backstory behind the photo of you and the fucking, was that the GM?
Yeah, that was Sam
when you were in like high school?
Yeah.
Like what?
So like sometimes I get to sit courtside like during Christmas time when I'm there with my whole family. And he was just walking by me, and I was with my mom, and I stopped him, had to shake his hand, and my mom like snapped that picture. Yeah,
dude, that was hysterical when you were like, when the GM meets like a degenerate, like let's go get a win, and it was just you and the fucking Sam Presti. Dude. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That man is definitely, I would say, top 2 GMs in the entire league.
I'd probably say 1.
Yeah,
just for the rebuild.
Yeah.
Just for the, I don't know who else you
drafted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Durant, Westbrook, Harden. I mean, right
that's
there.
That's crazy.
Right there. And then he pulled off this wizardry of a rebuild in basically 2 years. Crazy.
And like hasn't missed in the draft yet.
No, I mean he just
in the rebuild. Normally you pick 1 or 2 that like suck.
Yeah. Or
like that don't pan out. Like he really hasn't picked anyone yet. Where I feel like, I mean, Chet might be the first. Where you'll be like, like both Jalen Williamses turned out to be great. I didn't think the Jalen Williams from Santa Clara was going to be that good.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking just killed it.
He's a beast.
But the play-ins were fun. I enjoyed the play-ins. And then we had the Friday games. I have a couple notes to take away from the weekend of games. The Celtics are way more for real than I thought.
For sure.
Like way more for real. And
you were on the 9.5, right?
Yeah, I took that 9.5.
That was the one bet I lost. I took the Hawks shit wage.
Oh yeah, and that fucking guy was like, "I'm gonna fade Trent today," and then all I see on my TikTok is your face just.
The one time I actually had a winning day. Love to see it.
The Celtics are for real. The Hawks are not great. But I was talking to some buddies about it. It is cool. Playoff basketball is cool when you're watching like a Celtics game and you realize that when Jason Tatum wants to turn it on, how good he is at basketball. You know what I mean? Like when the games start to really matter and you're like, okay, like Curry's going like at De'Aaron Fox, but you really see how good these guys are when it's like they put in full effort. Like De'Aaron Fox dropping 40, he could probably do that every night in the regular season, but he doesn't need to.
That was a great game to watch.
The game was insane, dude.
It was an awesome game. Love seeing the Warriors lose too.
Why does everyone hate the Warriors?
Because I feel like we're ready for a new era,
Without KD though, I don't hate them as much.
I think it's more so also people are rooting on the Kings than we are rooting on the Warriors' downfall.
That's true.
Just as the Kings are like the newest shiny toy in the league.
Light the beam.
That was a great game. You had like Trey Lyles dropping 16 in the fourth. Just crucial role players showing up.
And you know what I like seeing play well is Malik Monk.
Yeah.
I feel like he never got a fair shot on any team he was on, and now he's like killing it on the Kings.
That reminds me of Malik Monk, dude. You know how Prize Picks is doing this $1 million entry at day of the playoffs? The first day on Saturday, I see the slip of the guy who, won and has a chance to win $1 million. And with his back against the wall, chance to win $1 million. You put Okongwu points in there?
Yeah, what was that, dude? I saw some of the entries because they post the entry or whatever. I was like, dude, what are we doing with some of these?
I know. Okongwu points? For $1 million. Like, you got Jason Tatum playing basketball, and you're going to take Okongwu points?
Well, there was an Okongwu points, and then it might have been the Friday entry or one of the other entries. There was someone's assist that made no sense to me. It was like some guy over 2.5 assists.
I forget.
And I was like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? It was like a 7th round.
On Saturday ended up going 4 of 6.
No way.
Which was a $16,000 win. But, my strategy would be I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing I had $1 million chance to win. and I put a Kongwu points in there.
I think the strategy is like, honestly, it's one of your like meme, but like bits.
Like go to your goats.
Like literally, you should just be making goat whales. Like there should literally be no other like option. Hold on, I'm finding the entries right now. I need to find the assist one because the assist one fucking it killed me.
And like I know you're obviously against taking unders, but I feel like you got to slip an under or two in there.
Oh, if it's for $1 million, yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah, dude. Like what?
You got to.
I'm not an idiot. Like I would never do it. But like if you're like for real trying to win $1 million, like no, you need to get like surgical. Like Tyler Hero under 5.5 rebounds was a genius square.
Surgical.
That was great.
Is this the guy on Sunday or Saturday?
This is the Saturday guy.
I don't know what the results of the Sunday one were.
Let's see.
If they posted it or not.
Oh no, this was Sunday.
Read the entry.
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, that must be Sunday.
He went 4 of 6, $16,000. He had Jaren Jackson, points, rebounds, and assists. LeBron, points, rebounds, and assists.
Oh, yeah. And LeBron and AD sold him.
Yep. And then he had Bobby Portis. Like, even Bobby Portis, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Over what?
11 points.
You got lucky there with Giannis.
Yeah, he got so lucky there. No, but so a couple notes I took away. The Celtics are for real. I would be nervous in the East if I had to play the Celtics. The Knicks might sweep the Cavs.
The Knicks are pretty legit.
The Knicks are so legit. The Kings-Warriors is going to be the best series by far. And then the last one I had was, are the alarms going off for the Heat or for the Bucks, I mean? And man, were you right about the Lakers. They looked so good.
They looked really good. I have zero confidence in the Grizzlies, and I'm praying on their downfall. However, Shaw getting hurt, falling really weirdly.
That
sucked. But yeah, I mean, dude, the Lakers get past this round. I don't know who they would play next, but you got Reeves taking over late in the game, taking the ball away from LeBron. Like,
I couldn't have been more wrong about my take with that.
Yeah, I mean, what a showing for Austin Reeves. He's
unbelievable,
a beast.
But then, of course, LeBron's got to do the LeBron thing, and he was like in the post press conference, being like, "No, I'm not surprised. Like Austin, I knew he was going to be this good from the first practice." Dude, what, man? Like an all-time capper, dude.
Yeah.
Like he just can't help himself. It's like there's a moment where he could like be like, "Yeah, no, I mean, he really put in the work," and he's like, "No, I knew." It's like when Kobe dropped 80, and he was like, "No, I woke up that morning and I told my wife like he's dropping 80." Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? But what did you take away from the playoff games? Because I feel like you kind of had, I would say, more surgical takes than I did about the games, and it kind of like all kind of fell to plan for you.
I'm glad to see the Nuggets show up.
Yep.
Last night they steamrolled the T-Wolves.
Bad.
They definitely have the most pressure on them to at least get to the finals. I don't know if you saw SBE back on the feed. But he had Suns money line.
What a return for him. Like what an all-time play to come back to social media with a 2 minus 500.
I completely forgot about that guy.
I know, same, honestly. If you don't know who SBE is, you should probably keep it that way. Dude's a loser.
But what was the odds on that? Like minus 200?
Even money at best.
Like he was like, "We're coming back strong. 2-teamer. Suns money line. Bucks money line." It was like both minus 500, dude.
They both lost.
Like what, dude?
So we were kind of rooting on the Suns' downfall. That Clippers-Suns series is super interesting. The Clippers look great. Russell Westbrook showed up in the clutch too. Made some extremely clutch plays down the stretch. Was not expecting the Clippers to come out and beat the Suns. I had Suns -7. But yeah, no, I mean, super interesting game one so far. It will be really interesting to see how they all play out. But most shocked by the Kings' performance, the Nuggets' performance, the Lakers. I think they cakewalk through the Grizzlies. I mean, you can't replace a Steven Adams presence.
No.
And they really need that. And AD looked like vintage AD. LeBron was doing everything he could when he needed to. And then you got guys like Reeves and Hachimura, who showed out and played really well. So it's going to be interesting.
Disappointing the amount of injuries, too. Like, Giannis had to leave. Hero broke his hand. Ja got hurt.
That was the one game I didn't watch, was that Bucks game, because as soon as they went down 10 and Giannis went out, I was like, GG's.
No, yeah, he chalked that. I don't know what Giannis's status is.
I think it's day-to-day with back
day-to-day.
injury.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. But no, the NBA playoffs, I'm actually really excited for it. I think the team I'm going to root for is the Knicks. I'll keep it on the East Coast. You know, you're the West Coast guy.
Yeah, Kings and Lakers.
I love the Knicks. And then also, if you're betting props come playoff time, my favorite prop to bet last year, the beginning of this year, and anytime he's in a big game or in the playoffs, Drew Holiday points and assists. It is fucking, if he plays a 6-game series, it hits 5 times out of 6.
Did it hit yesterday?
I think so, yeah. No, it did. That guy took, yeah, it did. It was to the point last year where I would wake up, it didn't matter what time I woke up, and I would just place it in the morning without looking at the number. Air. Literally air, dude. Air. Because in the playoffs, he starts shooting more, and he's like a dealer.
Yeah.
And so you always, like, he'll either get like 10 assists and cover you, or he'll get like 25 points and cover you. Like, he's a bucket in the playoffs. So that's my favorite prop of the playoffs. So keep a lookout for that. NHL playoffs are about to begin.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a team? I know we talked about it a while ago, but I feel like the odds have come out, the matchups are out. Do you have a team?
I've got 2. I already placed bets on them. I'm gonna be rooting for them. The Leafs and the Avs are my 2 teams in the playoffs.
The Leafs. Nick was just telling me, the Leafs haven't won a playoff series since 2004.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is that true?
They're playing the Lightning for like the 5th year in a row in the first round, and they've been the higher seed, like, I think every time, and they never win.
But since 2004.
Not one playoff series. Not one. It's insane. And they've got the team this year. But we say that every year with them.
Have they gotten close to winning it? I don't watch a lot of hockey. I only watch the Devils.
They were up, I think, 3-1 on a series like 2 or 3 years ago.
They blew a 3-1?
Yeah, they're just known choke artists. Just known choke artists. They get all the way there, and then they
Dude, what?
3-1 against like the Canadians or something.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, so those are your teams.
Leafs and Avs.
Okay. Well, now I'm kind of rooting for the Leafs. I kind of want them to win a playoff series. I think that'd be funny.
It would burn Toronto down. Like dead ass, dude.
A first round win, they go fucking ballistic, dude. Austin Matthews is in the club buying bottles, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's funny. I'm looking forward to the Devils Rangers series. That's just always a battle.
That series, I mean, you got the Rangers at like plus money to win that series. It's going to be a
Don't
battle.
be fooled, though. If there's one thing I know.
They're like very similar teams. You got 2, you know, you got 2 solid goalies. You got like 3 offensive, you know, weapons on both sides. They match up really well. So I'm excited. That series is for sure going 7 games.
The Devils beat the Rangers in the Prudential Center 90% of the time. But in Game 3, our first game in Madison Square Garden, you're going to want to drop a loan on the Rangers.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like, every single time the Devils were playing this year, or a couple times, I would talk to Fruity about it. All I have to do is look at the matchup, but we always get smoked in Madison Square Garden. We can't play there. Doesn't matter how good we are, we always get our dick clapped in Madison Square Garden. But we'll beat them. We'll probably win Game 1 and 2 in the Prudential Center. I don't know why. But we'll win Game 1 and 2 in the Prudential Center. That Game 3, we might lose like 6-1. We never play well in the Garden.
Noted.
And Panarin will have a goal, and Zibanejad might have 2. Every time we play in the Garden, like, take Panarin's shots on goal, take his points, whatever it is. Whenever we're in the Garden playing the Rangers, he just fucking busts, and we're probably gonna lose like bad Game 3. Especially if we've won Game 1 and 2, like, we'll probably be a favorite then going into their house, and we'll get our fucking dick punched in. Like, it always happens as a Devils fan.
Noted.
Yeah. So Game 3, watch out.
Okay.
Nuke. I will actually bet on the Rangers. As a Devils fan, like, I will bet on the Rangers Game 3.
It's that automatic.
Dude, I'm like, I would put my life on it. And it's going to be bad, like ugly. Game 4, it'll be closer, but Game 3, we're literally going to get like our shit like ripped. Bad.
Noted.
But I'm going to put a future on the Devils. So it might be our year.
Yeah.
A lot of young talent.
That series is going to be great.
Having Timo is huge.
Yeah.
I like him.
Because it matches up with like a Patty Kane that they that they acquired.
Mm-hmm. And Tarasenko, though. I mean, the Rangers are fucking deep.
They're deep.
Which concerns me.
Zibanejad, Panarin, Tarasenko,
Patty Kane.
And
they've got great defense, too.
And they've got, what's his name? Shesterkin and net.
Oh, Shesterkin. Yeah. Shesty.
Yeah, so they're really good, but you guys are arguably just as good with Timo and Jack Hughes, who's a wagon, Dougie Rips, Jesper Bratt.
Dude, I actually can't wait for playoff Dougie Rips.
Yeah.
I actually cannot wait. Oh, I wanted to ask you about this. So I feel like, the last playoffs, I was betting on overs like crazy. I was taking the Oilers over every single game. Like when I was making 3-teamers, I was taking the overs in the Flames games. First round in the playoffs for the NHL, should I stay away from the overs?
I feel like you should.
First round?
Yeah. Especially that Rangers game, the Rangers series.
That's going under a lot, you think?
I feel like Rangers games just always go under, especially with Igor and net. And then they play a slower tempo in the playoffs, a lot more defense. I'm not a big fan of playoff overs, except for the teams that, like Avs, Oilers, Leafs even. Anything in the East, I feel like always just goes under.
Goes under?
Yeah.
But Avs Oilers, I kind of want to take that over. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. No, the Avs play the Kraken, but that's definitely an over. Kings Oilers. Kings just have great defense too. They're kind of an under team. Like Kings, Canes, Rangers, teams that just play way more defense and are way more powerful on D. Those games tend to soar under.
And I took one square for the NHL playoff series because I made a little 2-teamer because I just wanted to get involved in it. I took McDavid over 3.5 goals against the Kings. I feel like that's air for the series.
Yeah, probably is air.
Like, I feel like, doesn't he always bust against the Kings?
Yeah. Last year, I think it went 7 games, and pretty sure he went the fuck off.
Yeah, so I guess for that one, you're hoping for a long series, right?
Well,
or
you only get 1 through 4.
Oh,
games.
It's only 1 through 4?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so incredibly dumb.
So you just need a game where he has 2 goals, which could easily happen.
3.5, though. I'm going to need 2 games with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Or he scores a goal a game.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I didn't know it was 1 through 4. I would have never taken that.
Yeah. They're all 1 through 4, all the props.
I wanted the insurance of 5, 6, and 7.
Oh, well, I mean, that would make it unfair for them, I guess. Because you would be targeting games that you think are going to go 7, So.
Because it's never unfair for us, Prize Picks. No, all right. Let's get to the Common W and the Cake Report. So Common W is something that happened this week or weekend that, was a win for yourself either in your personal life or sports betting. I'll kick it off. Common W. I do the dancing bit on TikTok because I feel like that's the DNA of the platform. Why would I change it? And it's easy to feel self-conscious about it. But I was at a pregame this weekend on Friday, and this lady was asking me what I do, and I don't know if you struggle with it. It is so hard for me to explain what we do.
Yeah.
Every time someone's like, yeah, I work for Deloitte, and they're like, what do you do? And I was like, I do sports betting, social media. And then they're like, what does that mean? And it's like, I dance on TikTok with my picks, and then I have a Twitter. And it never is a good conversation. And she was like, oh, can I see you one? And I tried to show her the 9 beers, 9 innings one, but she just kept scrolling and found a dancing one because they're pretty easy to find on my thing. And she said it was cool. So I'm just going to take that as a win.
Oh, W's.
Yeah, I'm going to take that as a win. Because she could have said a lot worse things. I was like, please don't watch that. Please don't watch that. Please don't watch that. And she was like, what? I think it's kind of cool and a little bit hot. And I was like,
oh.
You said what?
W's.
I said what? So I'm going to take that as a win.
What happened next?
Whole night of shenanigans, and then ended back at the apartment, and nothing happened. It was like Kenley Jansen in the 9th.
So that goes to the
couldn't
cake,
close.
That goes to the Cake Report.
Couldn't close. Yeah, then then we audibled into the Cake Report, into the Cake Report where I just couldn't close. I was Kenley in the 9th with a lead. Just couldn't close it. Just couldn't close it, man. I got no shame saying that either. I got no shame. Couldn't close it. Couldn't close it.
That's tough. Common W for me. Some dude, I would say this is a common dub. That dude on TikTok, posted fading all my plays.
Oh, yeah.
I was dog watered. To come back, have a 3-in-1 day. That guy's a moose piss. That rarely happens. So we'll take that as a dub. We'll take any dub we can. They don't come often.
I think you should. You put him in a body bag. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Finished 3-1 on the spreads in NBA, and he was a Moose Piss, so we'll take that small dub, common dub though.
Yeah, fuck him, dude. What an idiot. Should have never faded booking with Trent. Nick?
Common W this weekend. We went golfing. This weekend.
We did.
Mike and I did, and it was nice, beautiful weather. But I forget what hole it was. Probably 12, 13 there. That hit a nice drive, hit a nice hybrid, and then chipped in right out of the rough.
Dude.
It was, and then I almost eagled the next hole right after that. I almost chipped in from,
and it was like a good distance to chip in from. And I was walking, and I didn't see them. I didn't see who was hitting. I saw a ball land on the green, and then as I was walking, I see a ball land, and I was like, "Holy shit, that might go in!" And it was just like, "Boop!"
Wow.
I look over, and I just see Nick. I was like, Nick, you just fucking chipped in, dude.
Chipped in from about 40 yards out, and then almost eagled the next hole.
Yeah.
Almost, I hit the pin, went right by.
Yeah, dude.
Hit
the pin.
Nuts. The chip in was crazy.
Yeah. So
because we were not playing good golf. And Nick just chipped the fuck in. I shot 55 on the front nine. That's not great.
I was playing okay. Definitely didn't put it all together, but there were some shots. That was one of them.
And we had the sickest. It was three of us, and this like random ass guy named LA was like, "Yo, you guys are three. Do you mind if I hop in?" He walked the course, like didn't want to get in our carts, had his headphones in, was just ripping a cigar and just buttering shots. The slowest swing I've ever seen, just buttering shots, and then he got comfortable by like the third hole, and like we'd hit one, he'd be like, "Nice ball," and he just like had his music in, just like ripping the fattest cigar, like just buttering shots with a Tiger Woods hat on. And we get to a hole where I had like a chance for, I think it was a birdie, or maybe it was for a birdie on the front nine, and he was like, hold on, let me pull the pin out so you can hear that ball drop. And he was like putted, and it goes in, and he was like, "No bit of sound in the world." It's like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, he was a goat.
Bottom of the cup.
Shout out LA. The cake report. Something the week personally betting might have not gone right. Cake report for me was the diarrhea I had last night. I mean, that was all time. Like, you get that pain in the stomach, and it like hurts, and it was just like, I thought I was gonna have to call like a priest and be like, dude, demons are getting exorcised, and we need to cleanse this place. So that'd be my cake report.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Cake report.
Pretty obvious.
Thought I was tougher than the sun. Turns out I'm not, I guess.
Tougher than the sun.
Yeah. I'm in so much pain. I'm still in so much pain. But
you got to take an Advil.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
help?
sunburnt, but hopefully it fades off in like 2 or 3 days, because I'm the best man at my brother's wedding on Friday and Saturday, so that's a common dub too. But cake report, it hurts to move.
I'm excited to hear about that, because I've been to a bunch of weddings. I've never been in the wedding party. Mm-hmm. And I've never been a best man, so I would love to know what that process is like.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been a lot of work, pretty stressful, but it's gonna be a good time.
Are you like nervous about the speech? I feel like that's what
sure.
I would be nervous about.
100%.
Yeah.
I gotta put the finishing touches on it. Been working on it.
So speech strategy. I've talked to like a couple people that have done it. Are you gonna have a couple drinks before, or are you gonna hit it sober and then drink after?
Definitely get like
take
2 or
a
3
shot.
drinks, flowing beforehand.
Okay.
Get comfortable with the crowd. Be funny.
You gonna drop a joke?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I've got some jokes.
All right. I wish I could hear the speech, but that's awesome. I'm excited for you. That's so much fun. I love weddings, dude. They're the best. Nick?
Cake, not too much cake this past week.
Well, you got fucking ran through last week. So.
Yeah. Last week was a rough week, so this past week was a lot better. So not too much cake. The bank account's dry, or the betting bank account's dry, so I got to reload the prize picks. That's not great. Lost the last coin in there, so we got to reload that, especially with playoffs coming up here. I'm trying to win that $1 million too on NBA. Like, can I win that? I don't think I can, but
I wish I could just help the guy. Not that like I could.
Yeah, but I would love to like talk to him.
I just want to.
Hey, we got $1 million on the line. Like, a Kongwu?
Like, let's cook. Let's discuss.
Yeah, we should have those guys. The winner on, or like the person on. I don't know if they'd let us do that.
Shit, I could sleep at night knowing I took Tatum and he still went under. But like,
No, we should actually try to get the guy who has a chance for the entry, like on the surgical stream.
They probably want Trent helping them,
No, you should actually for sure.
I'm sure they. No, it's not that I can lead them to success.
Yeah.
I just want to talk to them.
No, dude, we should for sure try to get them on the surgical stream. Like, if we know who's got the entry, if we can like somehow contact Prize Picks.
Even the guy who won 16K, let's get him on.
Yeah. Like we actually should. Like, especially like, how does it work though? Do they know that their entry's been picked, or does their entry get put in a pool?
You got to place an entry before the game start, and then they pick a guy before the game start.
Oh, so the entry's already placed. Like, they don't have the guy picked.
So it's not the entry they place. To enter to win $1 million, you got to place an entry before the game starts, and then they pick you, and then they go, okay, let's get your entry. I'm pretty sure you can do MLB too.
Yeah, you just have to have one guy from an NBA game that day to get picked, and then you build your 6-teamer from there.
Dude, we got to get him on the
it doesn't have to be all 6.
But like, if I win and I have a chance to win $1 million, I don't care what anyone says. I'm going my gut plays.
Yeah, fuck.
Because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing, I fucking listened to Joe Schmo when I knew deep down he was going to fucking sell.
And I'm literally going to my goats.
Yeah.
There's not all-star that's not in it.
Again, please don't twist the narrative that I could lead them to fucking green gobbies. It's not what I was saying. No, I'm the last guy.
But you've had so much experience with the 6 teams that you could be like, dude, there's a guy named Jalen Green. And you're taking a Congo, I'm telling you right now, you don't want it. You don't want it, dude. Like, I promise you don't want it. I just
knew. I was like, a Congo? For $1 million?
The same way you felt about Jalen Green. Like, the minute it happened, you were like, we're putting Jalen Green in the Super Goats, guys. All right, well, let's wrap the show up. We got a sneak peek presented by Prize Picks. We do have Monday NBA games. I think we should each do one square and just keep it to a 2-piece gob.
Yeah, man.
We've got some great games up. It's Brooklyn, Philly, and what's the last one? Brooklyn, Philly, and Golden State, Sacramento. I really want to take Curry points. I think after that kid in the crowd told Curry that Fox put 40 on his head top, I think this is a game where Curry drops like close to like 50 points. So I really want to take Curry more than 29.5 points. Are you okay with that?
Curry points, yeah. 29.5?
Yeah.
Let's run this one back. Dude looked unreal last game, doing it all. James Harden assists.
Okay. 10?
Yeah.
Okay, we got, what do you call it? Push equity?
The push equity's unbelievable.
Dude, 2-piece gob.
2-piece gob, Harden assist, Curry points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you want to go 4? Do we keep it simple? The bankroll bob?
Let's make a bankroll bob.
All right, the 2-piece sneak nuke presented by Prize Picks for the Monday NBA games. We got more than 10 for Harden's assist, and we got Steph Curry more than 29.5 points. This has been another episode of the TFM Bets show from the dojo. Remember, you can get this podcast wherever you get podcasts. I mean Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. Trent, tell them where they can find you.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Book It with Trent, and tune into the surgical stream on Twitch every weekday at 1 p.m. Central, and the Twitch channels at Book It Sports.
And you can find me, Mikey, over on every platform other than Instagram. It's michael.j.overs. Let's go have ourselves a postseason, huh?
Let's do it.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
We'll be seeing.